You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Mucinex. Let's clear things up.
Hail brings life-threatening storm warnings to Australia. Powerful winds from Hurricane Zeta lifted a New Orleans area shed from its foundation and left it in a tree on October 28th. Video captured by the shed's owner shows the moment its contents spilled on the lawn as the structure is lifted skyward. The National Hurricane Center warned of life-threatening storm surge as an association with the storm. A small tsunami struck as a powerful earthquake leveled multiple buildings and killed at least 12 people in Turkey on Friday. The U.S. Geological Survey placed the earthquake's magnitude at 7. An Australian weather report said heavy downpours of tennis ball-sized hail lashed parts of Queensland's southeast on October 31st. More than 1,300 people had called for help, while tens of thousands were without power.
Monopoly Coast to Coast at McDonald's is back, with 1 in 5 chances to win. Don't miss out on millions of great prizes that could have you winning big and feeling good.
The Subaru Forester. Always safe, always ready for adventure.
Dang, I'm good at making healthy look delicious. Over 50 and eating better than ever.
Shingles doesn't care. What you eat doesn't change the fact that 90% of adults have the virus that causes shingles.
Yes, faster than you in my fastest time yet. I'm a machine.
Shingles still doesn't care. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. As you age, your immune system declines, increasing your risk for getting shingles. Shingrix can help protect.
Airwick Essential Mist transforms essential oils into scented mist. Experience the new aroma scents and uplift yourself. Try Airwick Essential Mist Aroma Scents.
Wade is getting his holiday shopping done early at Amazon. So come December, he'll get to be Holiday Wade, the gift wrapping god. His technique is flawless.
This year, I was going to be the star in the new GoDaddy campaign, and I was this close. But GoDaddy Websites Plus Marketing is so good, it sells itself. Lots of templates made it easy for Anthony to customize his online store. Me, not in the running. Carly enjoys free and friendly 24/7 customer care. They've got her back. GoDaddy Websites Plus Marketing, gold. Andre DeGrasse, out of the picture. Create your free website with GoDaddy today.
Weather Watch forecasting, powered by Visit Florida. It all starts with sunshine.
Tis the season for our first snowfall, Sydney, Nova Scotia, on the last day of October. It looks like there is some more activity on the way, though. Hi, everybody. Christina Laya along with you for the weekend. So let's get into this weekend weather. You saw some of those flurries there in Nova Scotia. We're staying predominantly quiet and dry for the rest of our Saturday evening, but then come into Sunday, I'd say late day into the evening. That's when we're going to be seeing that cold front make its way over from Ontario. Here comes some rainfall, some snowfall for Happy Valley, Goose Bay, and Labrador City. Let's get into that rainfall accumulation Sunday evening into your Monday. Around Moncton, you're going to see 30 to 40 millimeters. St. John's, you're going to see about 30 to 50 millimeters of that rainfall. And as I mentioned, that snowfall, when it comes to that moisture, is really going to be staying around Happy Valley, Goose Bay, as well as Labrador City. Some accumulation there into your Tuesday. So here's our culprit. It's that cold front pushing in through Ontario. It looks like we're going to be seeing some lake effect snow, our first snowfall of the season for southern Ontario. That heavier snowfall is going to be continuing for northern Ontario, starting off in northwestern Ontario and pushing east into the Atlantic. So Atlantic, get ready for that fall classic storm back to Ontario Sunday into your Monday. Toronto's going to see less than 5 millimeters of that rainfall. But if you happen to be in London or southwestern Ontario, London, you're going to see about 5 to 10 millimeters. In Windsor, though, you could be also seeing a little bit of that mixing. So prepare yourself for a little bit of snowfall too. Snowfall accumulation between Toronto and Hamilton. We're just going to see less than 2 centimeters. As I mentioned, London could see around 5 centimeters or so. Nation's capital is also going to be seeing a few centimeters of that snowfall. Here is what your Sunday is going to look like. With this moisture, though, we're going to be dealing with a lot warmer temperatures. Toronto at 10 degrees, Ottawa, nation's capital, 8 degrees, Thunder Bay right at the freezing mark, Windsor at 8 degrees. We could see some of that mixing there. And speaking of that mixture, well, it looks like we're also going to be dealing with some snowfall throughout the prairies. That snowfall warning, wind warning still in place around Sashigo Lake. That's where we're going to be seeing that snowfall. We could see 10 to 25 centimeters overnight, but though all of these warnings, including those strong wind warnings, those gusts reaching up to 90 kilometers per hour, these warnings are going to start to dissipate in your overnight. So you're not going to be dealing with this for your Sunday. Speaking of your Sunday, talk about a temperature rebound. Lethbridge 19 degrees, Calgary 15 degrees, Saskatoon at 12 degrees, Dauphin at 7 degrees, plenty of sunshine across the board, though unsettled conditions for the West Coast, and that's partly why we are going to be dealing with those better conditions in the prairies. Before we get into those details for British Columbia, speaking of those details, here are those details with those deers eating those pumpkins. Oh, I can hear some voice in the background too. Somebody ate somebody's pumpkins. Now here is that rainfall accumulation for the coast. We could be seeing up to 100 millimeters of that rain.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Fountain Tire. Fountain Tire, we're on this road together. Health and Weather is brought to you by Tetley, not your average cup of tea.
Searching for the best supplements to keep you strong and healthy through our long Canadian winters? You'll find a long list of recommendations. Stock up on D, but don't forget B. C is the most important. It can get confusing. So this winter, I'm keeping it simple with a vitamin-filled tea, the first of its kind in Canada. New Sunshine Herbal Tea provides you with vitamin D, also known as the Sunshine Vitamin. And Peppermint and Ginger Immune Plus is a source of zinc and vitamin D. Both of these herbal teas are new additions to Tetley's line of super teas and are approved by Health Canada. In each tasty cup, Canadians can rely on getting 23% of their daily vitamin D intake.
Vitamin D is essential because it has immune modulating effects, meaning it can regulate our immune system. Research shows that vitamin D can reduce our risk of infection and inflammation.
Adding Sunshine or Immune Plus into your daily routine this winter can contribute to a healthy immune system. Not only delicious, but also my favorite way to spend a little me time.
Today's entire weather story is about wind. Ada has formed. Tropical storm in the Caribbean. These are scenes from what Zeta just did. By the way, those of you who had Ada on your Atlantic hurricane season bingo card, you are presently in the lead. So this is what Zeta did when it made landfall not far from New Orleans in Louisiana. There were power outages, there were widespread flooding and all kinds of damage. So, and then there was an ice storm associated with this hurricane. Now we're on to Eta. It has formed south of Jamaica in the Caribbean. Its track wants to go westerly and likely will make a landfall as a Category 1 in the Honduras or Costa Rica by the time we get to Thursday this week. But here's where we stand with storms this year, the busiest year on record for Atlantic hurricanes. Next up is Theta. Our weather story continues.
Tessa's getting her holiday shopping done early at Amazon. So come December, she'll get to be Holiday Tessa. Nobody's taking this photo off their fridge. All right, Tessa.
I can't believe Lazy Boy has interior designers and you work your magic for free. It's what we do. Perfect. Lazy Boy. Live life comfortably.
New McCafe Lil Donuts are here. Donuts like sprinkle, Boston cream, and maple caramel too. Try 2 for just $1.79 plus tax. Sweet bliss starts with McCafe.
Subarus are made to grow with you. Voted Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand 6 years running. That's a Subaru.
Oh, my wife is gonna love this. 55 and I'm not even sucking it in.
Shingles doesn't care. Sure, you look good, but 90% of adults have the virus that causes shingles.
Look out, kids. Dad is a speed demon.
Shingles still doesn't care. It doesn't matter how healthy you are. As you age, your immune system declines, increasing your risk for getting shingles. Shingrix can help protect.
Wearing a mask when you're at the grocery store, it's not so bad. It's not so bad. You can take it off and take in a deep breath of fresh air as soon as you exit. But for those who have to wear masks that work for 8 hours a day, it can tug on the ears. I sought out solutions online and came across an ingenious hack thought up by child life specialists at the Norton Children's Hospital in Kentucky. When you were playing Barrel of Monkeys as a kid, you probably never imagined how it could help you in a future global pandemic. All you need to do is set it on the back of your head and stretch your mask loops out to reach around each of the monkey's arms. Now your ears don't hurt and the mask is actually a bit more sealed around your orifices. Tight.
Thanks for that, Nathan. You always have the best hacks. Hi, everybody. Christina Laya along with you for the weekend. All right, so let's talk some weekend weather on the West Coast. Unsettled. That's how I'm going to begin this segment. Northern British Columbia, here comes some heavy rainfall. Looks like the south coast is going to be remaining dry with that high pressure in place there, but activity is going to return there for Monday. How much rainfall are we going to get? But you can see here by this very dark red color that we're going to be dealing with even over 100 millimeters of that rainfall along the coastal regions. And as typical, when that happens, something happens within the prairies. Stay with me. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Your Sunday forecast: Whistler 14 degrees, Vancouver 14 degrees, Abbotsford 17 degrees, Kelowna plenty of sunshine at 12 degrees. That is going to change for your Monday though. So as I mentioned, we have been seeing that activity, wind warnings throughout the prairies, special weather statements, snowfall warnings. This is going to stay in place for our overnight, but it should dissipate for our Monday morning. You're seeing here around Sashigo Lake, we could be seeing some additional snowfall there for Saturday night. But this is the change I was telling you about. Check out this drastic temperature change up. Your Sunday: Calgary 15 degrees, Edmonton 16 degrees, Saskatoon 12 degrees, The Pas 3 degrees. We are above zero across the board. Now, speaking of these dramatic temperature changes, we're going to see that in Ontario as well, rather. But that is not going to come up until midweek. Sunday, we're going to wake up to some rainfall for the Greater Toronto area. We could also see some of that lake effect snow on our rooftop. So it's going to look pretty, not so pretty for Northern Ontario. That's where we're going to be dealing with that heavier snowfall, that cold front in a rush to make its way into the Atlantic, where we are going to be dealing with that cloud classic fall storm, but before we get there, here is your Sunday rainfall. Less than 5 millimeters for Toronto. If you're around London or Barrie, you could be seeing some of that mixing, some light snowfall there. Rainfall about 5 to 10 millimeters for London. In the nation's capital, we're also going to be seeing some rainfall and perhaps some snowfall as well. Here is a closer look at that snowfall accumulation north of Barrie. Less than 2 centimeters. Hamilton, you're going to see less than 2 centimeters as well. This system, as I mentioned, is on its way to the Atlantic, but your Sunday throughout Ontario. Toronto 10 degrees, Sudbury 6 degrees.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Fountain Tire. Fountain Tire, we're on this road together.
Hail in Australia brings on life-threatening storms. Check out this shed here in Louisiana. It takes flight as Hurricane Zeta hits with some powerful winds, lifting the entire shed from its foundation, leaving it in a tree on October the 28th. Some record-setting snowfall has painted Massachusetts white, looking beautiful, but the images were captured in Pittsburgh on Friday morning, where the area saw almost 9 centimeters of this pretty snowfall. Australian weather reports are stating that the heavy downpours of rain were also accompanied by some tennis ball-sized hail lashing out in parts of Queensland southeast region on October the 31st.
Fast update on the Philippines. We had a major landfall yesterday. 1 million people evacuated in the Philippines as this storm came on shore as the strongest storm so far this season in the western Pacific. It will weaken now as it moves towards the Vietnamese coast. A landfall there likely sometime late Wednesday or Thursday, and it would be in the area generally just south of Da Nang. Incidentally, that is the strongest storm so far this year in the West Pacific. Our weather story continues after this.
Introducing new Salonpas Gel Patch Hot. Hot capsaicin, ice cold menthol, rounded corners, great adhesion. 2 medicines, 2 sensations, 8 hours of pain relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
Avoid obstacles in your path with the driver assist features in the Cadillac XT6, awarded a 2020 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus. Right now, get $5,000 in cash purchase credits on a 2020 XT6. Plus, eligible members receive Costco member pricing and a $500 Costco shop card.
Wade is getting his holiday shopping done early at Amazon. So come December, he'll get to be Holiday Wade, the gift wrapping god. His technique is flawless.
For a few days only, save 15% on any mattress and 10% on everything else, including sheets, pillows, and more at Casper.ca. Because your bed's not just a bed, it's your comfort zone, your play zone, your happy place, and home base. Save 15% on your dream mattress and 10% on everything else for a limited time with free no-contact delivery and a 100-night trial at Casper.ca.
Simply Orange is naturally rich in vitamin C, a vitamin which contributes to the normal function of the immune system. Because around here, we've always adhered to one basic rule. What happens in the orange stays in the orange. Simply Orange. Honestly simple.
Whether it's bribes to roll over or an overdue makeover, get all your pet essentials right when you need them with curbside pickup at PetSmart. Just order online, await confirmation, check in, and pick up.
It's time to fall back. On Sunday, you gain an extra hour of sleep. However, there's a few other things you may also experience. Firstly, depression. The decreased hours of daylight are hard for many to handle. Seasonal affective disorder starts for many when the time changes. This depression can decrease energy and make people moody. Next, natural vitamin D is tougher to get. We absorb sunlight through our skin and our body takes in the vitamin D. With less daylight, there's less potential to do so. Our bodies need vitamin D to stay healthy. It helps our body keep strong bones. And lastly, this time change is likely to affect your sleep. You may wake up a little more in the night. You're restless as your body adapts to this change. You may wake up a little earlier as well. The idea of getting an extra hour of sleep is not the reality for many. What will be a reality, though, is a long winter ahead, and the clocks falling back is just the beginning. This has been Health and Weather. I'm Rachel Schutzen.
Thanks for that, Rachel. And don't forget, 2 a.m. local time, we're going to be enjoying 1 extra hour of sleep. There's your beauty rest for you. Hi, everybody. Christina Laya along with you for the weekend. On the west coast, it looks like that front is moving in. Heavy rainfall for the northern coast of British Columbia. South coast remaining dry, but activity is going to return there into our Monday. Let's take a look at our Sunday forecast. Kamloops 10 degrees, Kelowna 12 degrees, Vancouver 14 degrees, a little bit of cloud cover, but plenty of sunshine. Your Sunday throughout the prairies, well, it looks like that's going hand in hand. The rainfall on the coast and then the warmer temperatures in the prairies, well deserved. It looks like we could even be a little above seasonal for the week ahead. Here's a look at your Sunday. What a rebound. Lethbridge at 19 degrees, Calgary at 15 degrees, Saskatoon 12 degrees, The Pas at 3 degrees, plenty of sunshine as well, a little bit of cloud cover for your Sunday. All right, so Sunday throughout Ontario, boy, have we been feeling more like December, but it looks like we're going to start to feel like it's more like October once again, but Before we get there, we are going to be dealing with a cold front pushing in that is going to be giving us some rainfall. And our first snow squalls and lake effect snow for southern Ontario, northern Ontario, we're still going to be dealing with that heavy snowfall. So Sunday into your Monday, between Toronto and Hamilton, we're going to be dealing with less than 5 millimeters. Nation's capital, less than 5 millimeters as well. If you're heading to Barrie or London, you're looking at about 5 to 10 millimeters of that rainfall there. And then speaking of that snowfall, once again, if you're heading to Barrie or London, we could see a few centimeters of that snowfall. Toronto, you could wake up with a little bit those beautiful flurries on your rooftops, but your silver lining is that temperatures are really going to rebound nicely for the week ahead through your Monday. So Toronto's going to see less than a couple centimeters of that snowfall. Speaking of activity, get ready for that classic fall system coming to the Atlantic.
You're watching Canada's Weather Network. To help you plan your activities in the coming days, here are the short and long-term forecasts for your area. To upload your photos and videos, visit upload.theweathernetwork.com.
This local forecast has been brought to you by Fountain Tire. Fountain Tire. We're on this road together.